In this video, you will learn about other types of academic misconduct. In a previous video, you learned about plagiarism and problematic citations. In this video, you will learn about other forms of academic misconduct. According to the university's academic integrity policy, cheating refers to any deceptive action whereby a student misrepresents their mastery of information necessary to complete academic work. This includes things like unauthorized collaboration, which is working with another person on an individual assignment, or colluding with another person to gain an unearned advantage in your academic work. It also includes possession of unauthorized aids. So this might include using a cheat sheet or using an electronic device during a test or exam without permission of the instructor. Consultation with an unauthorized person during a test, an exam, or other evaluation. This is pretty self-evident, I think. You're not allowed to talk to other people. Copying another student's work, whether with permission or not. Submitting another person's work as your own. Unauthorized resubmission of work that you've submitted previously. Submission of work when a major portion has been used previously in another course without the express permission of all instructors involved. So remember, you can only use an assignment for one course. Preparing, buying, selling, accepting, or giving away academic work in whole or in part, with the expectation that these works will be submitted by a student other than the person who wrote it for the purposes of grading. In other words, like contract cheating, purchasing an assignment or doing an assignment for someone else is academic misconduct. And of course, any violation of the procedures for final examinations is a serious offense. According to the university's academic integrity policy, falsification is the altering or modifying of a genuine document or creating a fake document for the purpose of misleading or deceiving. So this might include creating a fake medical note or altering a genuine medical note. It could also include falsifying a transcript or other university document. It could be altering or changing a grade or anything else on a marked assignment and then asking for it to be regraded. Altering or creating fake research or lab data, or anything else that's related to your own research. Misrepresentation is giving a false or misleading account, verbally or otherwise, including through the omission, leaving out, of relevant information or documentation. Examples of misrepresentation might include impersonating another student to help them get a good grade, or having someone impersonate you in an exam or a test. Misrepresentation of facts, such as making fraudulent claims about your health to get an extension, or leaving out information in an appeal or an application so that you end up getting an assignment reevaluated or a penalty overturned. According to the university's policy, improper access is when you improperly obtain confidential or copyrighted information or documents to gain an unfair and unearned advantage in academic work. For example, this might be when you buy or steal an exam, test, or other materials, or if you share these things with other people in order to improve your chances of doing well on an exam or a test. This is also about selling or buying essays, posting class slides or lecture notes without permission, or getting a copy of an answer key. It doesn't matter how you get hold of these things. If your professor or instructor did not give you permission to access them, you're violating academic integrity. In addition, if you're working as a research assistant and you share unpublished data or an article draft, this is an abuse of confidentiality and is academic misconduct. The university's policy also notes that improper dissemination is a breach of academic integrity. So this is about posting, publishing, giving away, selling, or otherwise making public any kind of information, documents, or data that would involve the work of others without their expressed permission and where it ought to be reasonably assumed that the information is confidential or copyrighted. Now, the university's policy on academic integrity also states that improper research practices are dishonest acts committed in pursuit of completing research that results in an unfair and unearned academic advantage. In other words, anytime you do something that is unsafe or deliberately harms someone or something in the lab, or if you falsify or fabricate anything in your research findings, then this too is a violation of academic integrity. For example, going into the lab while drunk or high is a violation of health and safety regulations. If you tamper with or destroy anyone's research data, whether it's human or animal subjects, or anything else related to the research, you are behaving in an unethical manner and have committed academic misconduct. Similarly, obstruction and interference are also against the university's academic policy. Just as it sounds by the name, anytime you do anything at all that is intended to slow down or prevent someone's progress in their academic work, you are violating the integrity policy. So, for example, if you remove pages from library books or journals, or if you tamper with lab equipment, then you are doing something to purposefully prevent another person from doing well in their academic work. The university's policy on academic integrity also states that assisting in the violation of the standards of academic integrity is wrong. This is when someone intentionally helps someone else in committing an act of academic misconduct. This is an example where you need to be very careful that you do not do something wrong because you want to help a friend. Often students run into trouble when they are trying to help someone else out or when they're not careful to protect their own work. There are examples of essays being stolen out of printers because they were left sitting there too long. If you're writing an exam, you need to make sure that no one else can see your work. The final type of misconduct that's listed in the university's policy is simply called other. Basically, this means that even if something is not listed, but it allows you or someone else to have an unfair or unearned advantage, then you can be found to have violated academic integrity policy. The bottom line is you must act with integrity in everything that you do while you're studying at the university. Not doing so could result in serious consequences and negatively impact your ability to successfully complete your university degree. As Michelle Obama once said about her life growing up, quote, "We learned about honesty and integrity, that the truth matters, that you don't take shortcuts or play by your own set of rules, and success doesn't count unless you earn it fair and square."